What's the funniest way a lie completely backfired? When I was 16, I had zero interest in dating. This girl, Sarah, from my chemistry class, kept asking me to prom, and I kept making excuses, but she wouldn't take the hint. So one day when she cornered me by my locker, I panicked and said, "Sorry, Sarah, I can't take you. I'm already going with someone." She looked confused. "Who?" Without thinking, I blurted out, "My girlfriend from Canada. You wouldn't know her. Classic mistake, right?" But Sarah just smiled and said, "Oh, cool. What's her name?" And I froze. Jessica," I said. "Jessica. What? Jessica Thompson," I made up on the spot. "Where in Canada?" "Toronto," I said, trying to sound confident. Sarah nodded. "That's so sweet. Long distance is hard," and walked away. I thought I was safe until the next day when Sarah found me at lunch. "Hey, I have great news," she said, way too excited. "What?" I asked, already dreading the answer. "My aunt lives in Toronto, and she knows a Jessica Thompson who's 16. Are you dating the one who goes to Riverside High?" My blood went cold. There was actually a Jessica Thompson in Toronto who was my age. Maybe," I said, hoping this nightmare would end. "Well, my aunt got her number, and I thought you'd want to call her since you probably miss her." Sarah handed me a piece of paper with a phone number. I stared at it, knowing I was completely screwed. That night, I sat in my room holding the phone number, knowing I had two choices: call this random girl and explain my insane situation, or confess to Sarah that I made everything up. Both options seemed terrible, so I did what any rational 16-year-old would do. I called Jessica. "Hello?" A girl's voice answered. "Hi, is this Jessica Thompson?" "Yes." "Who's this?" "This is going to sound crazy, but I'm a guy from Ohio, and I accidentally told someone you were my girlfriend." There was a long pause. "Excuse me?" So I explained everything. The prom situation, Sarah's aunt, the whole mess. When I finished, Jessica was quiet for like 10 seconds. Then she started laughing hysterically. "This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me," she said, but also kind of hilarious. "So you're not going to hang up and call the police?" I asked nervously. "No, but I have a better idea. What if we actually pretend to date for a while?" I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Are you serious?" "Why not? It sounds fun, and I just broke up with my boyfriend, so this could be perfect timing." So for the next 3 months, Jessica and I talked every night. We sent each other pictures, shared stories about our lives, and became actual friends. Sarah would ask about my girlfriend, and I'd tell her real stories about Jessica because we were actually talking. It was the weirdest thing, but it worked perfectly. Until prom night, when Sarah showed up to the dance with a huge surprise. "I flew Jessica in from Toronto to surprise you," she announced. And there, standing next to her, was Jessica Thompson in a beautiful dress. I nearly fainted on the spot. Jessica walked over with the biggest grin. "Surprise, boyfriend," she whispered and kissed me on the cheek. The whole night was surreal. We danced, talked, and actually had an amazing time. When Sarah asked how we met, Jessica said, "He called me out of the blue one day, and we just clicked," which was technically true. At the end of the night, Jessica pulled me aside. "This was fun, but I should probably go back to being your fake girlfriend from Canada." "Actually," I said, "would you want to try being my real girlfriend from Canada?" She smiled. "I thought you'd never ask." We dated long distance for 2 years until she moved to Ohio for college. Sarah still takes credit for getting us together, and honestly, she's not wrong. That lie was the best mistake I ever made. We're married now.